Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mindset Monday, episode number 9. I'm RodrickWaddle. Today, I want to talk about a concept that I learned about called the compound effect. Now, what the compound effect is, it's a strategy of reaping huge rewards from small, seemingly insignificant actions. Again, it's a concept, a strategy of reaping huge rewards from small, seemingly insignificant actions. In other words, it's small things compounded over time. It's the little things compounded over time that can make the drastic results in your life. They can make huge changes in your life. Small things compounded over time. In the previous video, I talked about maximizing your time. I talked about just considering the compound effect of 30 minutes a day. Now, 30 minutes a day seems like a small, insignificant amount of time. But if you dedicate 30 minutes a day to reading, learning something, building something, imagine 30 minutes a day. That's just 3.5 hours a week. Still, not nothing major. But 14 hours a month, that 30 minutes a day turns into. If you take that out over a year, that's 168 hours a year that you've dedicated to learning, that you've dedicated to building, that you've dedicated to becoming better, right? 168 hours a year. And in 168 hours a year, you can become an expert in whatever field it is you dedicate to. I talked about that a few weeks ago. It only takes 120 hours of college credit to get a bachelor's degree. And you can far exceed that with just 30 minutes a day. The compound effect. It's a compound effect. And that's a great example of that. Now, Ecclesiastes 11:6, it says this. It says, sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle. For you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. Whether both will do equally well. It's talking about two different things. Sow your seed in the morning, and you're doing something different in the evening. I'm going to read it again. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle. For you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. So this is talking about if you're a person who, you might be working for somebody right now, but you have something burning in you. You have a desire to build a business. You have some things in you that are life changing, that will be impactful. He's saying, go ahead and go to work in the morning. Go ahead and sow your seed in the morning. Go work your 9 to 5. He's saying, but in the evening, don't let your hands be idle. When you get off of work, you work on that thing. You build that business. You write those books. You do that thing in the evening time. I heard somebody say it like this. He says, from 9 to 5, it can make you a living. You can make your living from 9 to 5, but what you do from 5 to 9 can make you a fortune. So this is what I really wanted to get to today. I want you to consider the compound effect of a day. Right? We talked about the compound effect of 30 minutes a day and how impactful that can be. But what about the compound effect of a whole day? See, God laid out a principle for us, but I think we missed it, y'all. It's so impactful. We said it a number of times in the Bible. We said it in Deuteronomy 5:13. He said it in Exodus 20:19. He said it again in Exodus 34:21. He said it in Exodus chapter 16. And what that is, he said this. Pay attention very carefully. He said, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. And the 7 days you shall rest. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but on the 7th day you shall rest. And I ain't talking about the rest, y'all. Different people take a rest day on different day, but I'm talking about 6 days you shall work. What we've done, we've adopted work 5 days and take 2 days off. When the principle from the word says work 6 days and take 1 day off. Y'all, the 6 and 1 versus the 5 and 2, it gives you a whole extra day of work that we miss out on. Say for example, you have a job that you work 5 days a week. Okay, you're not doing nothing else. You work a job that pays you that works 5 days a week, and say you earn $500 a week from that job, right? So that's about roughly $100 a day. So about $2,000 a month. But what if you could do something that you could build in the evening time? In the evening, don't let your hands be idle, and then you can get that extra work day in of working on that craft, building that business, doing hair, cutting hair, whatever it is, whatever your craft is. And what if you can make the same amount that you made that in 1 day of work on the 6th day? That would take your income to $600 a week. That would give you an extra $400 a month, extra $100 a week, extra $400 a month. Now we're talking about the compound effect here. Now $100 doesn't seem significant, right? But take that out over a year, you got an extra $4,800 a year. Now if you have the discipline to keep doing what you got to do, at the end of a year, you can have $4,800. It's close to $5,000 at the end of a year. Some people go through their whole life and never are able to accumulate that kind of money in any amount of time, you know. But imagine what you can accomplish in a year. If you take that over 10 years, that's an extra $48,000, close to $50,000. Now, it doesn't seem significant over a 10-year period of time, but just say after that year, you know, you've been developing, you've been working on your craft. 6 day on that 6th day, you take that time and you really go in and you become better. And now you got more skills at the end of a year, and you got $5,000 at the end of a year. And there may be an opportunity that opens up that you need $5,000 to get started with, and now you got the skills and the resources to do it. I'm just giving you an example. Consider the compound effect of a day. And there's something else about the 6th day before I end this video. But God said this about the 6th day. It said in Exodus chapter 16, verse 29, he says, "See, the Lord has given you the Sabbath. Therefore, he gives you bread for 2 days on the 6th day." Now, the example I just gave you is just if you can match what you made the rest of the week, day for day, on the 6th day. But he said here, on the 6th day, the Lord allows you to get double on the 6th day. So this is what we miss, y'all. There's a double portion blessing on the 6th day that we never even get to, right? Because we're working 5 days and taking 2 days off. Take that, y'all. I'm RodrickWaddle. Get off of the 5 and 2 and get on the 6 and 1. And watch how things shift for you, man. I want to hear some testimonies about this 6 and 1. But y'all, I'm RodrickWaddle. Like I said, you can pick up my book, The Other Side of Money, Becoming a Person God Can Trust, based on 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2, which says, "Moreover, it is required of stewards that they show themselves worthy of trust." So these are 8 principles that can help you to grow to be a person that God can trust. You can find this book on Amazon.com. You can just search my name or search the title, The Other Side of Money, Becoming a Person God Can Trust. Also available on my website, www.RodrickWaddle.com. And I pray that you're blessed by these Mindset Monday videos, y'all. Like and share this video. Remember, y'all, get off of the 5 and 2. Get on the 6 and 1, y'all. There's a double portion blessing on that 6th day waiting for you. So continue to grow. Continue to be blessed, y'all. Thank you.